Welcome back to the Skinema podcast. This is episode 28, where today we're going to be talking about Backrooms, the new Kane Parsons film. It's taken the theaters by storm. Everybody's watching it. Everybody's talking about it. So we're going to be definitely getting into it today. But of course, before we start with the review, Jathan, what's been going on?
I'm doing good. Just in the midst of job searching. Right now it's June when we're recording this, so it's officially, Gemini season, as well as counting down the days to my birthday, so there's lots to look forward to. Um, I just purchased my tickets for the Odyssey, so I'm pretty excited to see that at an IMAX theater in the right format that we picked out, so I'm glad that we kind of coordinated on that yesterday a little bit. And just wrapping up some TV shows that, I've been watching over the last couple of years, namely Euphoria and The Boys. I know that The Boys doesn't particularly interest you, Nick, at least from what I recall, that it's not really your show. But I do think it's interesting to talk about considering just how much the show has changed from season one. And, as much as people rag on the quality of the show, I think it's very clear the people who worked on it had fun, and it definitely was a landmark in just advertising and marketing with VOT, the whole Twitter debacle. So that was fun. And then Euphoria, I know you watched that if you wanted to get into it.
Yeah, I mean, season 3 was certainly a massive step down. I think, what was it, like 4 years in between
It was
season
something crazy.
2 and 3? At least 4, maybe 5. Yeah, I mean, I think the ending episode, spoiler warning if you haven't seen it, obviously, but I loved Coleman Domingo's character, Ali, in that episode. He just essentially snapped, you know, obviously due to the death of Rue, obviously being given fentanyl by like the crew she was working with. But underwhelming. That show just ran its course. Everybody got too big for the show. They waited too long in between seasons. But I'm happy I watched it. Like, I don't have a regret watching season 3 or the show at whole, but pretty
hmm
underwhelming.
There's a lot of characters and plot lines that, like, I feel like they had ideas for, but they just clearly, like, it's like eating cold pizza. Like, they just took what they had and put it in the microwave. And, I don't think it translated completely, but I'm glad that they finished the show. It was definitely a huge show for our generation growing up in high school and just seeing all these actors take off. It's definitely had its cultural timestamp, and it's led to a lot of successful careers. So I'm pretty grateful for it. I think they really respectfully handled the death of Angus Cloud in that show. And it's very clear when you look at interviews just how much Sam Levinson respects him, as well as how much just changed due to his death. So TV's tough because it's always changing, and it's not like a movie where you have the 60 to 90 days you're shooting and then it goes into post production now. Like, there's actors changing, there's people who are dropping from the show, and it's constantly being rewritten. So I have to give credit where credit is due. I think it was sloppy, but it was fun, and I definitely enjoyed, having something to watch every Sunday.
Yeah, I agree.
But
Yeah,
what about you? What's going on?
yeah, just a lot, very busy. My hand is healing pretty well. As you can see a little bit on camera, it's kind of hard to show. I just have one stitch left, kind of holding it together just for a little protection, but it's pretty much all closed up now, and I can definitely like move my hand like this now without any pain or like discomfort. So that's nice. On Monday, it's going to be 5 weeks of that, so that has been a shit start to my summer. But It was an accident. Shit
Mm-hmm.
happens. Nothing,
We
no,
move
no
on.
bad damage, but yeah, it's
What's
just been annoying.
Alfred say?
Work wise, super busy. Like I am, I'm just exhausted. Um, for what?
In
In terms of what?
The Dark Knight Rises, what does he say? Alfred.
Well, he has a lot of quotes. I don't
He's
know which
like,
one you're referring to.
why do we get back up? Or something along those
Oh,
lines.
he says that in Batman
Okay.
Begins. He's like, what? He's like, why do we fall, sir? He's like, to learn to pick ourselves back up. Yeah, I mean, it's not that extreme, but yeah, work has been busy. That takes up most of my day, and the weekends are going by quick. It's just it's nuts. Like I once we get off this pod, it's already going to be, at least for my time, close to nighttime, and I got to do some homework and watch some movies, and then I got to wake up tomorrow and go to my other job that I do. So it's just been nuts, if I'm being completely honest with you. But it's part of being an adult, and I want to. I knew that the summer would be a challenge, and I'm only 3 weeks into it. In terms of my internship, I have like another. What do I have? Like probably another 9 weeks of it. It's just it's a lot, but that's what I signed up for. Um, Movie watching has been good. Of course, I that's always a priority for me. I've really been trying to post on my TikTok at least once every day. Um, so I've been trying to keep up with that. I try to pre-record a lot of stuff, like on the weekends, schedule it up, and then have it just post throughout the week. It helps a lot. Yeah, I'm just pretty much like the two things this summer that are like benchmarks I'm just trying to hit in terms of like just make it to this point, and then it'll be fun, and then make it to this point, and then you'll be done, is definitely the Odyssey, which you just touched on. The tickets dropped on Friday, so yesterday for us, time of this recording. Bought a bunch. Like obviously Christopher Nolan's my favorite filmmaker. I'm seeing an IMAX, 70 millimeter IMAX, 70 millimeter. I'm going a bunch, obviously. Like it's gonna be a great opening weekend. Can't wait for
Mm-hmm.
that. So my mind is just waiting to that date, July. What is it? July 16th is the first time I'm seeing it. So just my mind's going to there, and then after that, when I go on vacation after my internship ends, is like those are the two dates in my mind that I'm just trying to get to those. But just busy. Just trying to prioritize. Definitely sleep, because I've been definitely lacking sleep. Like every morning, I wake up from my internship. I'm like, today's the day. I'm just gonna tell them I'm done. Like I'm quitting. I'm done. But obviously, I wouldn't do that. But just that's what I think every time I wake up. But then, once I get there and get in the routine of it, I'm fine. It's just the early mornings are miserable because I stay up so late. But
Been there, done that.
it's fine. Yeah. I mean, I'm used to it from my other job, but this job is just like it's the same routine every day, and it just gets. I'm only 3 weeks in, but it's getting to me. But yeah, I'm just trying to manage it the best I can. I can start working out again and training for my marathon, which is nice because with my hand, I really couldn't do a whole lot. But tomorrow, actually, I'm back to training and doing physical stuff that will help me too, mentally, and just help me sleep too. Like I just feel like sitting. I've been sitting so much, just being at work and then sitting watching movies. Like I don't know. I'm not exerting any energy. I just have all this like built up energy, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much just life updates. What's been going on.
What's your
We can get into your watches. I'll go
I'm
for it.
curious, what's your like training regimen when you do these marathons? Because I imagine you're doing a lot of cardio, of course, but is there like, stuff that you mix in between? Because I know a lot of people do like rock climbing just to get like more stamina, I guess.
Yeah, definitely not rock climbing. Well, I'm not doing rock climbing, but a little context. My when I did my half one freshman year of college, I pretty much just worked on my running. So I have the Nike Run app, which you can literally just sign up for the half marathon training, and it takes you through like a 14-week program. And I just followed that. That helped a lot. I'm obviously doing that for the full one. I just did like, I think for the full one, it's like a 16-week thing. So I signed up for that. Obviously, like the past 5 weeks with my hand, I haven't been doing much, but this one I'm really prioritizing resistance training, meaning like doing a lot of stretching, doing a lot of squats, lunges, because I just haven't worked out a whole lot in the past year and a half, and I've just lost a lot of strength. Um, I'm from football and all my like little injuries I've had for football. Like I'm a pretty like my muscles get really tight, and I don't stretch a lot, so I try to prioritize that. And then running wise, I'm doing it like I will start doing it 3 times a week, but I'm not gonna run too much. Like sometimes they want you running like I don't know, like doing 12 miles a day or like 14 miles a day. I'm not gonna do that if I'm being honest. I just don't have the time, and it's just a lot. And my goal for this marathon is just to finish, like just to finish and don't walk at any point. When I did my half one, I had a certain time goal and I hit it. But I really had to like push myself for that. For this, I just want to finish. That's it, and then I'm done after that. No more marathons.
Why? How come?
Because they just take a lot of fucking time, and I don't really like to half-ass them, and the training just takes a lot out of you. And to be honest with you, running is getting really painful for me at this point. Like just on the concrete, running long distances. Like I can do a few miles fine, that's no problem. But once I start to hit like that 6 to 8 to 10 mile mark, I'm just like, it gets really miserable. So yeah.
I could never. So, more power to you. This week, I finally watched Jathan Wick. It's a movie that I have seen in parts, but I've never fully finished. And I gotta say, like, as cheesy as this thing is, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I just love every second of it. You can tell how low budget it is because a lot of the money went into the casting, and it's not Mission Impossible level of stunts and effects, but I think it's extremely badass. Everyone kind of knows his backstory by now, but it's a character who has nothing to lose at this point, and I think it really helped bring Keanu Reeves back into the limelight, and just as this figure in film who's kind of down for whatever, and someone who like a Tom Cruise, like a I won't want to say what's his name, Daniel Craig, but definitely has a lot of creative agency when making these films, and it's just a very fun watch. I'm not sure when I'll be watching the rest of this series, but I'm glad I checked it out, and it's something that I've been wanting to cross off for a while now.
Yeah, the budget definitely goes up on the other ones, but I'm not a massive fan of these films, if I'm being honest. They're good, but they don't do a whole lot for me.
What would you say, like, between a James Bond flick and John Wick, like, what kind of separates these two for you?
Well, I don't love the whole rules of the John Wick franchise, like with the hotel and, certain times when you can kill, can't kill, you'll get like, I don't know all of it. I don't remember all of it. I just don't love it. Keanu, he has his shtick. I wouldn't go as far to say he's a bad actor, but to me, he's pretty one tone. And I certainly like him when he was more in the 90s, more so than now. I don't know. James Bond is just, I love the espionage of James Bond. This is like pretty just like hitman out in the open, shoot you in the face. James Bond just has like a little just more suave to me. They go to great locations. Each movie is like they're loosely connected, and you can kind of watch them. However, this one through four of John Wick has a streamlined storyline, but I'll rewatch them someday. Not anytime soon, but yeah, I just don't love them.
So yeah, I finally finished the Before trilogy. I started it um, around the last episode we did, and it's funny because we were talking about trilogies a couple episodes ago, and I gotta say, I don't
Yeah.
really care for ranking trilogies, especially something that is so, such a different genre than typical like action films. But I gotta say, like, this would definitely be top 3 to 5 because this is just, it's insane what they do here. And there's been talks about making a fourth film, 9 years after Before Midnight. I don't think it's going to happen now, but would I watch it? Yes. But also, I don't think you can, really make a better ending than Before Midnight right here. I really like how we get to see all these shades of love here, and it's such a delicate topic, but they really do handle it in a way that makes sense. It initially starts out with before sunrise. It's more of a idealistic type of love that they fall under, and you know as they age and they get older, they get more, what's the word here, more I guess cynical in their relationship with each other.
Hmm.
And it's kind of tough to watch, especially in Before Midnight when they get into this argument in the hotel scene. It's just very reminiscent of, if you've been around any type of couple arguing, it's just very realistic, in my opinion. And you kind of forget you're watching a movie after a certain point. But I just think it's extremely powerful, and I'm really glad that I finished this. And I really wish there was just more movies like this out in cinema. I think Richard Linklater is well known for his dialogue and his ability to write these characters, and I'm just honestly kind of jealous of this movie.
Yeah, I think the next two Linklaters you have to watch if you haven't seen them is Boyhood and Everybody Wants Some.
Hmm.
Very different, not like super relationship focused, but they don't even feel like movies. They just feel like you're watching people's real life. Yeah, I love the Before trilogy. I This film doesn't get enough appreciation in the trilogy. Obviously, like I think the first and second one are better, but this one is, I think, it's still just as good. And I really like that whole sequence. It's a long sequence, but they do a great job
Does not
in
pull its
that scene. Oh,
punches.
in that sequence. Yeah.
And Grave of the Fireflies, wow, man, that was tough. That was a tough watch.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
just talk about knowing how to write an ending. Like, it's an animated film. It's a Ghibli film. Most Ghibli films end in a heartwarming sense. This thing absolutely did not. And I knew what I was getting into when I saw like the 4.6 rating on Letterbox, and usually that means that there's no way I can't like this. And well, I said in my review, I said it was the easiest 5 stars I've ever given to a film, and it's just flawless in my opinion. I really don't think you can look at this film and objectively think like, wow, this doesn't represent cinema. It really encapsulates it. It encapsulates the human spirit, and not taking no for an answer. I forget the boy's name here, but it's just sad to see
I totally forget.
the
Yeah.
lengths he goes here to, fight for his sister and try to reclaim a sense of family here when everyone kind of rejects them, even their aunt. Um, he has to go steal food, which he's reprimanded for and beaten in front of this toddler that he's supposed to take care of, and if it's just heartbreaking. I don't really know what else to show you if you don't really, get invoke some type of emotion watching this. And I would say it's a must watch for anyone who loves cinema. I'd love to revisit this one day, and you just need to check it out if you love movies. Absolutely. No question.
Yeah, I have this film at five too. I haven't watched it since I want to say like 2023. I think I actually watched this a little bit after Oppenheimer because I knew that this dealt with obviously the bombing of was Hiroshima, right? Yeah, yeah. Um, and I'll definitely rewatch it someday. I want to add it to my collection. I want to actually buy the steelbook that you bought for it someday. Um, but yeah, this film to me, it's tough to watch. I think that what echoing what you just said, Jathan. It's there's just so much in it it's just real. Not that I've experienced anything like this, very luckily, but and I think what really hit me too is that obviously there's like a pretty big age gap between the brother and sister in this, and my younger sister we have like a 7.5 year age gap, so I related to this a lot when I watched it. It was really really emotional, but it's an amazing film.
If you want to pick up the Steelbook, just looking at this, like, this thing is super high quality. Um,
Yeah,
I
it's
love
beautiful.
Steelbooks. This thing is beautiful. I need to buy more.
Yeah, actually, let me check real quick the last time I watched it. I'm pretty sure it's 2023. Yeah, November 2023. So, a few months after Oppenheimer.
That's funny because I watched this the day before I rewatched Oppenheimer, and I won't go too
Hmm.
much into it, but I love that movie to pieces. It blows my mind every time. Like, no pun intended.
Hmm. What watch was that for you of Oppenheimer? Three, four?
It might have been four, and
Hmm.
it I gotta, like, we gotta do an episode on Oppenheimer. It's just an insane movie.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think when Odyssey comes out, we'll probably do an Odyssey central episode, but also we can do like Nolan's whole filmography breakdown as
Hmm.
well a little bit. Um,
And briefly,
yeah.
can
Anything else you want to?
could we go over I Love Boosters?
Yep, absolutely.
Um, I won't dive too much into this because Nick kind of talked about it on the last episode, but watching the trailers, like, I kind of knew this was gonna be pretty zany, but even the trailers, I feel like, don't even, like, live up to how crazy this movie is, and this is the type of movie that would piss off a lot of people, and you know what? That I think that's a great thing because it's so all over the place, and it's hard not to get infected by the creativity that's oozing from this. And I don't think it fully works for me, but to say that I didn't enjoy my time would be an absolute lie. Um, I really enjoyed the cast in this. I think everyone just, came to the bat and, got a hit. And I think this one is kind of going under a lot of people's radars lately with all the horror talk, and we'll kind of get into that in a second. But this thing is awesome. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this later on into the year, hopefully, when it gets maybe a streaming release. And I really enjoyed my time. Just great work from Boots Riley. It was my first film from him. And he just oozes creativity. I can't say it enough.
Yeah, unfortunately, this came out just in a whirlwind of some massive movies. I wish it came out like a month ago, 2 months ago, but I just actually bumped it up to my number one of the year right now. It took the spot of The Bone Temple, both at 4 stars, but yeah, I haven't stopped thinking about it. I really want to see it again in theaters. I'll see how my week is looking this week, but It's great. I'm not going to get into it. I already talked about it last week, but yeah, it's great.
I'm glad you recommended me that.
Got a steelbook that I've been anticipating for a long time. The One Battle steelbook.
Hell yeah.
If you can see it there. Why I was anticipating this, because they dropped the 4K months ago. I bought the 4K, but the 4K is just the movie. There's no behind the scenes. There's no Blu-ray. There's no like anything. It was just the movie, and it's like people were really upset. And then they dropped the steelbook that has, you know, the 4K, the Blu-ray, behind the scenes. I'm gonna watch the behind the scenes tonight. Actually, it has like obviously maybe some deleted scenes, behind the scenes documentary. It has Chase Infinity's audition tape in there too, so I'm very excited to watch that. Then it came with like a little photo booklet, kind of like, you know, how they do with Criterion, just a bunch of, you know, random stills and stuff. But yeah, I'm not going to get into One Battle. We've already talked about it probably like 3 times on this podcast. But yeah, I was very happy to receive that. I bought it like in December, and it just got here now. And then I also wanted to show this too. I got this little 3D printed
Sweet.
Dracula little you know, text and icon that's gonna go on the movie shelf downstairs. But let's see what I got for some watches. I don't really want to spend a lot of time on this. I think I'm just gonna talk about 2, honestly. The Royal Tenenbaums. I want to talk about this because I saw it on 35 millimeter at the Brattle Theater. It was a packed showing. This was on Memorial Day night, and this was my 3rd watch of the film. I think I'm gonna put it my number 2 Wes Anderson of all time. Obviously, it's not jumping Fantastic Mr. Fox. Nothing will jump that. But this film was perfect in every sense of the word. I love all the performances. I have it on Criterion. If you follow my letterbox or look at my letterbox, you're gonna see this film getting rewatched a ton over the next, you know, probably several months. I adore it. It's so perfect. Gene Hackman, I think it's his best role. Everybody in this is really great, but it's just so emotional, so funny. It's perfect.
I agree.
Oh, you have seen
Yeah.
it. I didn't even check if you seen it or not. I didn't even remember that.
My
What
professors
you must
raved
have.
about it. Like, pretty much all my classes, we talked about that movie. I might have seen it only once or twice, but it's definitely up there with Wes Anderson, and he's just a terrific filmmaker.
Yeah, and then All About Eve. I saw this on 35 millimeter last weekend. This film obviously is Best Picture winner. It's known for having great performances, and it lived up to it. I really loved it. It's pretty much, think the substance without all the horror sci-fi. That's kind of the themes of it. You have a older aging actress that is like really great, but she's super caught up in like worrying about aging and worrying about, not getting as much work because she's getting a little bit older. And then you have this new up and comer coming in and kind of, taking the spotlight. That's like the bare bones, but great film. Really happy I saw it on in the theater, because it definitely made the experience even cooler.
I think I've heard of this one, just seeing
Yeah,
clips
that's
of
it.
it.
Yeah, you have it in your watch list.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. And Marilyn Monroe's in it a little bit, only for like a couple scenes, but no, more than a couple, but yeah. And just, I don't know, just a bunch of other stuff. I don't really want to get into it that much because I would much rather just start to get into the Backrooms. Yeah,
Do you want to tackle it first? Because
I think I'm definitely ready.
I have some thoughts about it, but I want to hear yours first for sure.
Sure, I'll do like kind of bare bones, non-spoiler right now. I didn't know much about the lore of this. Like, I know obviously there's been, kind of got created on Reddit a little bit. Then Kane Parsons started to do the short films of it. He didn't like create it, but he's the one that really like, I guess, made it into like the film space. They've made games, or like not like traditional games, but you probably know the terminology better than I do. But yeah, it has a lot of history and baggage into it that I didn't really know much about it. I just kind of knew the name, bare bones. But it was an interesting experience. There's a lot of things I love, a lot of things I didn't. I think Chiwetel and Renata Reinsve were great. I think they weren't really given a lot to work with, if I'm being honest. But I think they were great. I haven't stopped thinking about it. Uh, it really creeps me out when I just think about it. And I was like, what if I was in this scenario? Like, how crazy that would be. But yeah, that's just kind of the bare bones before we start getting into it a little bit more. But yeah, I'll kick it off to you because I was shocked to see your score.
I give it 2 stars, and you know, I'm thinking on it now. I think I'm a little harsh on it. I might bump it to a 2.5, but it doesn't really change my sentiment on the film. I thought the first half was pretty strong, but we'll get into spoilers here now. By the time that the POV switches to Renate's point of view, it just really lost a lot of momentum for me. I think Chiwetel, his character, was a lot more interesting and had a lot more going for the story. And for them to, just switch to when he's all crazy versus, seeing more of a slow descent to madness. Maybe it wasn't the type of story that Kane Parsons wanted to tell here, but I just think it was a massively missed opportunity. It didn't scare me. Um, it wasn't particularly scary, in my opinion. I think it does a good job of being unsettling, but there's certain plot elements that kind of hold me back from like really, really diving deep into this and getting truly invested. For instance, when Chiwetel first discovers the backrooms, and this was the one that really ticked me off. The fact that you can just leave whenever you want to kind of really like ruined my perception of the backrooms, and it kind of took out a lot of the paranoia because there's ways to escape from the backrooms in the lore, but in this movie they show you maybe like 20 minutes into the film that there's one spot that you can leave, and you can just leave whenever you want and bring people into it, and that just didn't sit right with me. And then I guess plot wise, I felt like it was trying to be smarter than it actually was, if you know what I mean. Like it it has ideas. Like the whole concept of the backrooms is that it's everyone's kind of collective memory transported into this
Yeah,
one dimension. And that's cool. It's interesting. And they do some really cool stuff with it with Renee's character, where you get a glimpse of her childhood home, slowly but surely deteriorating and lowering in quality and getting duplicated. And that's cool, but I just don't think they've dove deep enough into this messaging here. And, I see a lot of people passionate about this movie, and I'm glad it's getting a lot of fans here. But I just can't shake the feeling that it came out a little half baked, and it seems to me, just from reading Kane Parsons, interviews and what he feels about the movie, it seems to me that this is the Backrooms is more of an ongoing story, and I just didn't feel a beginning, middle, and end here in a movie. A movie is a tale that needs to have a solid beginning, middle, and end, and I felt like it just started getting good when it ended. So it seems to me that, and I wrote this in the review, it seems more of a pilot than an actual movie to me. And I really would have been interested in maybe a TV series more, but it seems like this thing is gonna, pump out tens of millions on top of what it already has right now. And it seems like we're already gonna get sequels to this thing. So I can't rag on it too much. So that's just kind of how I felt. Um, What do you think? Like in terms of, because I feel like the first half it really takes its time versus the second half. You know, we kind of pick up the pace a little bit. But what did you think? Were you particularly scared by these different like personas that we see of Chiwetel's character, like Clark, and the different entities that we encounter?
I wasn't scared by any of like the people or entities in that sense. I'm just what scared me is just the whole concept of it. Like if you got stuck in there, which it's more likely that you will than not, you're fucked. Like you just have to succumb to the back rooms. Where you said about how you didn't like that they could get in and out, that didn't bother me because obviously Chiwetel is a very his character Clark was a very smart guy, architect guy. So that's why the average person probably would have went in there first and just kept going and going and then lost sense of where have they been and how long they've been in there, and they probably would have never got out since he is so like the guy obviously doesn't have a lot going on in his life that is like quote unquote important, which sounds mean to say, but it's just his character kind of says it. Like he just works this furniture job that nobody really shops at, and he just goes to therapy. That's like kind of all he does. So when he discovers this, he can focus so much on it. That's why I think obviously he was pretty successful in the back rooms and like succumbing to it and also like being able to go in and out of it. But I feel like yeah, if like the like even if I just stepped in there and I went into a couple rooms, down a couple halls, down through a couple doors, like you would just lose your fucking mind and lose sense of where you at, and you probably want to get back out. Um, I will say though I liked what was Renata Vines' character Mary. I liked Mary's story more than Clark's. Clark's was just like I think so basic and just boring, and they kept on like retelling it over and over and over. I got really sick of it. I think Mary's was a little more interesting because obviously she seems like somebody that has so much unresolved trauma, but she's a therapist, so it's like it's kind of a contradiction on itself. I feel like in some ways, in terms of like her like back half of the movie versus Clark's front side of the movie, I think Clark's was like more interesting because it was more like him discovering the back rooms and like you know getting into the nitty gritty. Mary's part is more just like a chase, like she's just getting like chased the whole time. But yeah, it's just the plot is underbaked, like you said. There's not a lot to chew on. I thought the ending was effective though. The ending to me was really good because I mean we've already gotten into spoilers, but Mary was just like when she meets that guy at the end, what's the character's name? Phil. She just kept saying like, "All right, Phil, like if I tell you this stuff, what's gonna happen to me?" And he just couldn't give her an answer, and the movie just ends. And I know a lot of people have been debating like the ending. I think it's pretty clear what the ending meant, but I was wondering what you think too as well. We can get into that in a little bit, but yeah, I mean, I gave it a 3.5. I certainly liked it, had a good time with it. I think this is one of those films you got to see in theater. I think because I think watching it at home won't have the same effect, especially if you're watching it at home with like a bunch of lights on, like maybe a little distracted. This is a film I think the more you lock into it and the more you just kind of feel like you're in the like when they're doing all that POV stuff, like you feel like you're in the back rooms with them. At least that's how I felt. I was just
Those are
like
the best scenes in my opinion.
total yeah, I was like just totally immersed. It's an interesting movie, man. I mean, I get why people are loving it, and I get why people really don't like it. I'm on both sides because I see both of them for sure. Um, yeah, it's just there's not even a lot to talk about because I think that was one of the things I said in my TikTok review. It's like I was hoping to learn a little bit more about the backrooms in this film because obviously there's been a bunch of short films that don't really go into like the lore too much. But it's kind of the same here. It's like you're just in it, and there's not really an explanation. I mean, obviously they tell you that like it's kind of the culmination of everybody's memory, but yeah, I like you don't really learn about the monster. You don't really, you know what I mean? It's just some stuff that I wish was expanded on more, but at the same time, not expanding on it leads for conversations like these, which are fun. But yeah,
It's kind of the whole kind of intrigue, right, with the Backrooms is that no one fully understands it and that no one really has the concrete definition of what is in there and how deep it goes.
Hmm.
And that's kind of what I have a problem with in this film. And that, not to say that it's not a great concept or anything. And this is just, confirming my fears kind of going into the movie that it's just too high of a concept to translate completely into film, especially, and not to demean Kane Parsons,
Hmm.
but at age 20, I think that this is definitely a tall task for you to try and tackle. And I've been reading these interviews, and it really does intrigue me what he wants to do afterwards with the Backrooms. Because they asked him, because Mandalorian and Grogu had a similar release slot. They asked, I want to say it was Variety. They asked, would he be interested in directing Star Wars, and he said absolutely not. And
Yeah.
and it just kind of interests me where he decides to go, because I feel like it's a weird example of your filmmaking because the Backrooms is so ambiguous, it's so out there that I felt that he didn't go 150% on this, because I feel like with your first feature film, you kind of have to let people know, why you have a story to tell, what's your voice. And the Backrooms obviously, and they beat this over the head in the film, that it's about trauma and it's about these repeating cycles that your brain tends to go down to, and how repeating those same cycles leads you to becoming this deteriorating version of yourself that is repeating. And I just wonder where he goes with this. There's a lot to unpack here, but at the same time, there's not a lot, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely be getting more background stuff just based off a financial standpoint. Like A24 is not gonna give up on this. This thing is, I think they made it for under 10. It's already well surpassed 100 million. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll be getting more, probably very shortly. Um,
Smash it.
I mean, yeah, I mean, this film, there's a lot of elements of this film that felt very David Lynch, but then they were kind of undercut with like a lot of explanation. Like the dinner scene in the back rooms with Chiwetel and Renata, that felt like scenes from Eraserhead, but then like he explains everything, and it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
and he kind of just explained everything that he already explained before,
Yeah.
like how his marriage, and it's like, ugh, it's just like we've already gotten that. We know, like we've gotten that. We understand. It's just stuff like that got really annoying and repetitive, and that dinner scene in this was like really long, and I think the effect that it started with towards the end of the scene, it was losing me. I will say one line that I loved that they said a couple times was like, it's like trying to explain a dog to
I hate
somebody.
this line.
Oh, you
I
didn't like
hate
that?
this line. It's so.
Oh, I loved it.
It's like the one line
No, I
that
loved
people
it.
grab from this movie. I'm like, oh my god! They said this line 6 times in the movie. I'm like, I get it. I get it. You don't know what the fucking Backrooms is.
They do say it a lot. I will say they do say it probably too much, but I did like it though. I think that's a good explanation. I liked when Chiwetel first said it in the what do you call it, the therapist office with Renata. I did like it when he first said it, but then she says it later in the film. He says it again in the film. It's like, all right.
Mm-hmm.
But I did like that line off the beginning. I was like, fuck. I'm like, that's a good way to explain it. But yeah, I think I went to see this film right after work, when I got out of work, whatever, like 2 weeks ago, whenever it came out, which was at like 5 o'clock. So my theater wasn't really full. It was maybe, including myself, it was maybe 12 people. But everybody seemed locked in. And it was like just walking out of the theater, I was just like, I just kept like, I'm like, imagine if you were in there. It's like, what would you feel? And it was funny too. You know the AMC I go to. I'm not gonna say it on here, but when I walked out of the theater, they had two posters up with the back rooms, just yellow posters, and then to the right of it, they put up like tape, like how Chiwetel puts it up, which was cool that they did that. But I don't know. It just was like I just kept thinking about the film in the sense of like if I was in there, which just made me intrigued. But at the same time, it's like I wasn't really thinking about the film. I was thinking if I was in there. So that's kind of where I stood on it, just like in the middle. Yeah, but it's cool that people are really enjoying it and people going to theaters. And I'm really happy for Chiwetel and Renata Reinsve because, I mean, Chiwetel's been in a bunch of films, but I wouldn't say he's like an A-list name that everybody knows. But obviously, this film is very popular, so I think it'll be cool if more people gravitate to his work. And then Renata's done a lot of like Norwegian films, obviously Sentimental Value last year. So American audiences now definitely know who she is, which is great. But yeah, I don't know. I don't plan on seeing this again in theaters, just not because I didn't like it, just because time period wise, I gotta watch other stuff. But if you haven't seen it, catch it in theaters because I don't think it's gonna give you the same effect of watching it at home. I mean, we kind of always stress that, but I think for this film in particular, you got to go see it in a real theater. Yeah.
People always ask me if like they should go see a movie or something, and I told them that I wasn't the biggest fan of this one, but I definitely recommend the watch.
Yeah.
Horror's a tricky genre because it's not going to land with everyone, but I think, and just especially with Obsession and this coming out, I think it further proves that horror is just probably the most important genre for film because it is where all the groundbreaking ideas are coming from, and people are allowed to go wild with their imagination here, and they definitely gave Kane Parsons the keys here. And you're able to make these crazy movies on a smaller budget and people eat them up. I mean, we're in a horror frenzy right now with these two movies, and I'm just really appreciative of the genre, and hopefully I can strike the courage to come up with something like this myself. I mean, if it's gonna crack 300 million or something like that, and then I'll take it any day of the week. So I'm glad that these two young filmmakers are getting the spotlight, and it seems like Hollywood is kind of turning a page in the sense that if you have a cult following, if you have this audience on YouTube, whether it's the Backrooms, something that already has a massive fandom / following, or just Curry Barker, putting together a string of these horror films on YouTube, and they're catching a lot of success. I mean, it's an interesting chapter that we're heading toward.
I just opened my TikTok. This is the first thing that just popped up. It's ridiculous. You know the basketball player played him, right? Remember that really tall basketball player? He was like 8 feet tall, damn it. He played him. He was also in Alien Romulus too. As like the alien monster at the end. That's kind of freaky.
He's 7'7".
See, that's what I don't like about the back. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean that's all I really get on the Backrooms. I mean, like plot wise and what happens, like there's not a lot. You're just kind of in it. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
It's an experience.
It pretty much met my expectations. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's all I got on it. If you have anything else, go for it.
Nah, I feel like I covered pretty much everything I wanted to say. I think this is definitely a good airplane movie.
No,
Yes.
no. I just stressed about saying this is like I watch everything in theaters, but this is the one where I think for the general audience they really have to go see this in the theater. Not at your house, not on your phone, not on an airplane.
If you have a red eye and it's 2 a.m, you can't sleep, and like you just need something to fixate onto, this is perfect.
Well, yeah, that would be fun. That would certainly be fun, but don't wait to go see it on Delta if you can go watch it in the theater tomorrow. Go to the theater first and then rewatch it on Delta another day. But Yeah, we did this kind of a couple weeks ago, but we have a guess 50 movies by the opening scene. I haven't seen this video before. I don't think Jathan's seen it before, so we're just gonna be going at it. I think the best way we did it last time is there's a delay on both of our ends, so we can't really tell like who buzzes in first. I'm just gonna keep track of which ones I get correct on the side and then see my total out of 50 at the end, and then we can just do it that way. I think that's a little bit easier because we were getting a big delay last time on our recordings. But when you're ready, I'll hit play, and then yeah, we'll just try to keep your own score. I'm not gonna keep track of yours.
I'm ready.
Alrighty, let's go.
Top move.
It's already lagging. Great.
Good luck.
It's
The
Dune
battle
Part
for
2.
Arrakis took everyone by surprise.
I agree.
There were no witnesses.
Seen it too many times. Oof.
Dunkirk.
It's got to be The Revenant. Dunkirk.
I haven't seen it.
Down the
I haven't
beach.
seen it.
Oh, Hunger Games. I thought it was The Revenant.
Wow. This is La La Land.
Yeah. I'm not gonna take a point for that. I thought so. Which Rocky? I'm just gonna go.
Rocky
Fuck.
3.
No. I'm gonna go 2. Maybe 1. I don't know. Rambo. Jesus. I haven't seen Rambo, so both were wrong. Oh, The Hateful Eight. Come on now. I only got 2 so far. This and
I'm at 3.
Dune. Oh, Ocean's 11.
Morning.
Please state your name for the record.
Didn't you watch it recently?
Yeah,
or no?
I've seen this movie. I won't give myself the point there, though, because I was completely blanking.
Ad. Sorry about that. Don't get that YouTube premium.
Just keep it rolling.
All right.
Black Panther? No.
I don't know. It sounds
Planet of the
foreign.
Apes. Oh.
Oh my god, I was gonna guess that, but I was like, I don't think so. I should have got that.
This is
It was
Goodfellas.
about 3 years ago. I was the only kid
No.
in church that day. The other
Definitely not.
Maybe
Goodfellas.
First Omen? Oh, okay. I knew it was a horror movie. I thought First Omen. Not doing good. I am not doing good. Oh, this is John Wick 4 or 3. 4. 4.
Haven't seen
It's
it.
got to be 4. Yeah. All right. I got 4 out of 9 right now. Not good. Planet of the Apes. The original. Oh no, it's not. There Will Be Blood. Jesus Christ. That shot looks just like Planet of the Apes.
You just watched that, right?
Yeah, that's There Will Be Blood. Yeah, in theaters.
This is...
Star Wars or Star Trek?
That does not help. I'm going to go with Empire. Alien.
Jeez.
Game cooked.
Not good. Oh, this is Casino Royale. Jesus Christ. Too slow. I gotta be quicker. Alright, 6 for 12, 50%. Not great.
3 for 12. Not great.
Don't tell me this is like The Sound of Music or
No.
something. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't like that movie. I really don't like that movie. Fuck. The Searchers. The Searchers, I think. It's gotta be. Yep.
Yeah, you're going to kill me on the Westerns.
Is this Grand Budapest? It's gotta be, right?
It has to be.
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. Alright, I got a little hot streak going.
Requiem for a Dream. No.
Matrix?
I don't hate that. Oh, I was gonna say that.
I don't remember that shot.
Fuck.
I don't remember that shot. Apocalypse
Yep.
Now. Once I heard that helicopter, that I'm watching this tomorrow, actually.
Shit. I'm still in Saigon.
Alright, I got 9 for 17. Not good. This one's tough. Is this American Sniper or Jarhead?
I like American Sniper.
Jarhead. Oh no, this is Zero Dark 30, right? Zero Dark 30. No. Oh! God, I haven't seen The Hurt Locker yet.
I'm gonna go with
man.
shit. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't seen that yet. I want to though. I haven't seen it yet.
For more than a year, ominous rumors had been privately circulating among high-level Western leaders.
I'm gonna go with
Dr. Strangelove?
Strangelove, even though I have not seen this.
Did you say that because I said it, or you
I was
actually
gonna
thought
say
that?
that once I heard Western.
Thank you very much, and welcome to Tell the Truth. Our first guest, he's made
Catch me
a
if you
career
can.
out of being the most outrageous imposter that we've ever come.
I just watched it.
Not the biggest fan of that movie.
Oh, I love it. I can't believe you don't like that. That's like 2 of your top guys.
You would think.
It, Chapter 1.
That is correct.
That movie absolutely destroyed me in 7th grade. In a great way, but I was scared. Furiosa.
This one's for me.
I'll let you have that one.
Banger. Absolute banger. I'm rewatching that soon.
Definitely flew under
Joining
the
up to
radar.
fight for the future.
I'm doing my part.
Star Troopers, right?
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
It's Star Troopers. Starship Troopers. You giving me
I'll
that or
give it to
no?
you.
Alright. I haven't
I'm
seen it
going
though.
with
The first
Tim Burton's
Batman?
Batman.
Is Batman 89? It's gotta be 89, right? Yeah. Returns has snow. Yeah, alright.
I'm giving myself.
You got 15 out of 25.
You give me a time and a place. I give you a 5-minute window.
Drive.
Anything happen?
I just got that one off the audio. Ryan Gosling's voice. Godfather 2.
I have not seen Godfather 2, but the music was a big giveaway.
I'm pretty sure it's 2, I hope. It look. Yeah, okay. It looked like Michael was already in it.
This is Empire.
Empire, right? Or is it New Hope?
I'll go with.
I'm going
I'll
New
go
Hope.
Empire.
I'm going New Hope.
I think you're right though.
One of us is gonna be right. No, you're right. You got it. I thought it was New Hope.
Like everybody else back.
And Interstellar.
Of course, he didn't start that way.
Too many ads. Oh, this is Once Upon a Time in the West.
Just bought this film.
Or yeah, right? Or no, I had a feeling it was that. No, I'm not
The
counting
world
that.
of medicine has seen its share of miracle cures, from the polio vaccine to heart transplants, but all past achievements.
Maybe
Truman
John
Show?
Q. I don't know. I can't think of
no.
anything. Oh, I Am Legend. That's a good one.
Way out west, there was this fella
Fellow I want to tell you about.
Sam Rockwell.
Fellow by the name of Jeff Lebowski.
Big Lebowski.
Oh, The Big Lebowski.
That was a giveaway.
That was it. Yeah. I wouldn't have got. I've only seen that once. I wouldn't have got
Still
that.
need to check that out.
Jones, whatever are you doing in such a nasty place?
Indiana Jones 1?
Raiders
Yeah, it's
of
1.
the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yeah. Alfred Molina. Oh, is it Bourne? The Bourne Identity? Yeah, bang.
Jurassic Park.
Yep. I should have got that. I just rewatched that recently.
Well, live in China, but...
Social Network.
How do you distinguish yourself in a population of people who all got 1,600 on their SATs?
I didn't know they take SATs.
Great movie.
One of the greatest movies ever made. Love that.
This is...
I can't even tell who that is.
That's Tom Hanks.
I don't... That's not Tom Hanks right there. What are you talking? That was not Tom... What the fuck are you looking at?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my underground...
Austin Powers.
I have gathered here...
Yeah, but which one?
I'm giving it to myself.
The second one. The Spy Who Shagged Me. Oh, no, it's the first one. I'm not counting it.
Alright,
I thought it was the first one. I mean the second one.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future, which one? 2?
I'll go with part 1.
2. I'm gonna go 2.
Because this is when he comes back to the present, right?
No, it's 2. I thought it was 2, yeah. 10 more left. Metropolis.
Very
I got
strange
the
movie.
Metropolis, I got the Metropolis robot that I just got.
Very strange movie.
Deadpool Wolverine.
I don't know how to feel about this movie, but the opening was definitely, in my opinion, the best part.
What's your name, little boy?
Eric.
Eric. What do you want for Christmas, Eric?
Daddy 95.
I'm gonna go Predator 2. No. I don't like The French Connection. I don't like that movie.
Dark
Knight. Yeah. Money.
This is a Nolan Merchant.
Why didn't they play the music on that though?
Copyright.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably, yeah.
Oh. Monty Python.
Monty Python, maybe?
Holy
Yeah.
Grail.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that, but...
Hilarious.
Oh, The Thing. Come on now. Come on now. That
Great
dun,
movie.
no, we're not messing around with that. I'm seeing that again in theaters next Saturday. Her.
Great movie. Holy.
I haven't seen this since like freshman year of high school.
I need to download a Scarlett Johansson AI to my brain.
Nope.
Sound of Music.
This is The Sound of Music.
Perfect movie.
I haven't watched this since elementary
Perfect
school,
musical.
so I don't really remember. This is The Equalizer, I think. First one. Yep.
Memory is a strange
This is
thing.
Arrival.
It doesn't work like I thought it did.
It's Arrival. It's 100% Arrival. It was Amy Adams talking.
The music made me want to say Hamlet.
It's too risky.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp
I'm
Fiction.
through doing that shit.
You always say that, the same thing every time. I'm through, never...
I definitely rallied. Ended up with 33 out of 50.
Comment.
Weak
I got
start.
22
Really weak start.
out of 50.
That's not bad. Yeah. Yeah. That's all we got for episode 28. Do you know when you plan on releasing this? Is it gonna go out this Monday or next Monday,
This
you
Monday.
think?
Yeah.
Okay, so this will be out Monday the 8th. Yeah. I don't got much more if you want to send us off.
Like, subscribe, check out our TikTok, YouTube Shorts. We're also on Spotify. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think of the Backrooms, and we'll catch you in number 29.
See you.
Subscribe to Skinema.
Yeah!